All right, so the last time I went to the tournament, I was trying to show you some open water fishing techniques. I had some success, got some larger bass, 8 pounds, 10 pounds, but ultimately ended up finishing 12th. So I'm looking for a little bit of redemption here. I'm gonna go back to the open water, but I wanted to post my failure. I think it's important that you can see how things work or don't work. Going back in and again, gonna try to win here at the Open. So going to use the same techniques as I used before. I think that part's important, and I'm hoping that I'll have better results this time. So as I continue to go in and earn tournament points, again, to buy better gear, to buy a better boat, and do those sorts of things, you know, it really starts with the basics and doing well in the tournaments, and even paying the entry fee for the more difficult tournaments that have higher dollar amount prizes. So again, talking about varied strategies, you know I love the lily pads here, but don't overlook the open water. I think that's a crucial mistake that a lot of people make. It's showing you the lily pads that I normally go to by the boat dock, and I think like I said, in Baker's Bay, it's such a good area in so many different ways. The open water's good, the lily pads are good, even the docks. Around the docks, you can find some good fishing. I love starting there. I know there's people that have success at the other locations, but for me, it's about Baker's Bay and the variety that I can find there. Excuse me. So again, my focus is going to be heading out to the deeper water. You can see two fish right up. I'm looking for that bigger fish. It's still not big enough. Because I know into the deep water, and that is what I am looking for. So we're going to just make sure I've got the Pro Shad. I'm using the Pulse monoline, 10 pounds, and I do have my good fishing equipment set up. So if you were having issues logging or getting your game, I just wanted to bring this to your attention because I didn't get much help from customer service, but the rod and reel that I had equipped were actually preventing me at one point from getting past the boat landing screen. So I did go in, I changed it back to the initial setup. I can't remember the name of the initial equipment, but doing that actually allowed me to get into the game. I was able to switch to my better gear, and I haven't had any issues since. So I don't know if they did something. But I mean, I uninstalled the game. I was having all sorts of issues there for a while getting in, and it was definitely frustrating. But again, just changing the rod and reel back to the initial setup, what did get me into the game, I was able to go back and equip my new equipment, and I haven't had any issues since. So they were not very helpful. Had suggested that I was trying to put the wrong reel on the wrong rod combo together, and didn't make any difference. It was something, unfortunately, with the game. As you can probably tell from the context, I'm very close to where I was in the last video. Again, I've found that the fish tend to spawn in the same spot every tournament. Sometimes they bite quicker than others. Poor strike is used. You could definitely see in that one he was coming directly towards the boat. So again, I'm really driving with the drag here, trying to use that to keep the tension on the line at the optimum levels. And it takes some work. You can see how much I'm adjusting the drag. Doesn't always work. I proved that last video as well. Too low, and that is frustrating. The fish do run like crazy, and that fish definitely got the better of me. So I'm going to treat that area like it's spooked right now. I'm going to fish the other side of the boat. And hopefully we can get some action over here. But those misses come back to haunt you. They really do. And I don't know what the right answer is. I think sometimes the reality is just you got bad luck in terms of where they hit. So obviously as I'm bringing the shad in towards the boat, the fish doesn't go sideways. I always love it when they go sideways, just because I can hook set to the opposite direction that they're running. And in that instance, you see I can get a perfect strike. If there's a way to get a perfect strike when they're coming in towards the boat again, I haven't found it yet. And if you know what it is, please tell me. Leave me a note in the comments, because this is one of the biggest obstacles I face. And I would give you props. Definitely give you credit where it's due, because that's the one part of the game that continues to frustrate me, and the part of my technique that continues to elude me. So so again, 9-pound fish, not a bad way to start the tournament. Definitely above the average I'm needing. Like I said, I like to be around 8 pounds of fish if I can help it. Can't always, obviously, but so again, had a lot of luck on this side of the boat. This is where I lost the one on the strike earlier. Hoping for better results here. But I can see the fish working again right towards the boat. And I continue to have no answer for that. So but managed to get that fish in. So a good 6-pound fish, roughly, a little under. Not a bad land. That 6 pounds would have been enough to win the last tournament. And going right back to the well, I don't think that 6-pound fish was the one that I saw working near the line. I think I got the smaller, and I think there's something bigger out there, and I'm trying to get it to hit. So not going to spend a whole lot of time doing that. If it's not biting again, I'm going to move quickly probably to the other side of the boat. And suspicion confirmed there if you just saw the fish working. You know that is not the one that I caught. So and again, generally don't get a whole lot of hits in this last 5-6 yards. Really anything under 10. I'm not seeing anything chase. I'll leave it sit there, and I got nothing. So again, not going to commit a whole lot of time to that side of the boat. We'll go this way. See if we can't get the attention of 10-yard cast. Waste of time. can see the fish working by the lure right there. Again, really would like to get a strike here if I can. I'm getting down to 10 minutes. I'm a lot lower than I was last time at this point. Although the funny part is sometimes you get better results with what appear to initially be worse results. So unable to get him to bite. I did see the fish working there though, so we're going to go a little to the right. Try that same thing. It looks like they're responding better right now to the 2-speed retrieval. So might try that, see if we can bring somebody in that way as I continue to fall down the chart. Time obviously not on my side right now. And again, not terrible. 10 minutes, half the tournament's gone. I've got 15 pounds, but if you look at the average, that puts me right around 30 pounds for the stringer, and I'm going to need more than that. You know that. Again, a poor hook set as he followed it right in. Good sized bass though. If I can drive with the drag setting. The challenge with this fish, I think, is going to be twofold. Not only keeping the tension high enough, but this fish makes quick runs back to the boat, and keeping it off that minimum can be a challenge. So you're kind of dealing with both as you see the bounces there. Any audible sound really is a chance for that fish to throw the hook. But we were able to land it, and I think, yeah, that's going to be a big help. So over 10-pound fish we landed there, gets me up where I need to be, and I'm going to come back to where that fish was working before. And see, again, retrieval speed on that one was at 2. So see if they'll hit faster here. I was going down to 1. Try to keep the retrieval speed up. Just can't get the bite there at those final few yards. So again, this one's going to come right down to the end. If I can get a good hook here on a 10-pound fish, I've got a shot at winning. And if I can't, I'm going to have another disappointing result. So looking for redemption here. Definitely started slower than I wanted to. But I'm really hoping that I can get a strike. It looks like it's going to come right down to the wire again. Ah, I hate this. It's always that last fish that seems like it's hardest to get to strike. So a little under 5 minutes, trying to get that last fish. Again, looking for that redemption. Just trying to get that strike, varying everything up, sped up, slowed down, start, stop, throw a little twitch in there. Anything I can do to get that bite right now. And it's just eluding me as I'm watching everybody else close the gap. Just a 4-ounce lead now. Again, really need that 5th fish. And would really like to see something in that 10-pound neighborhood. And nothing. Really just trying to vary up the retrieval. Anything we can do to get him to bite. Just not having a whole lot of luck. Again, not going to dwell over here, but it's getting to be go time. So I really need that 5th fish. And I'm not telling you anything you don't know. But this is the challenge as time winds down. I've got a 3-ounce lead. And I'm really thinking at this point it's going to take at least another 10 pounds to seal the deal. And that'll help. This is a good sized fish. Got to watch that drag though. That is one of the problems with driving with the drag at times. Oh, this is a good fish. 20 with 21 pounds of drag. Yeah, that he can ring the tension alert is that's a good sign. But again, it's about managing both. And this fish is a challenge. You can see even with the net icon, still can't land him. I'm interested to see 38 pound. That was a huge fish. That's going to be enough for the win. That's going to be enough for redemption. I mean, I'm throwing it out there, but I don't need anything else. 38 pounds, 8 ounces. That is a great fish. Wow. Yeah, Excuse me, exactly what I was looking for, exactly what I needed. And again, goes to prove, if you're not getting the bite where you're at, move your position on the boat. Obviously was getting the interest from the other fish. The retrieval was the exact same for that fish. And that's the one whose interest you got. So you just don't get caught up on that one fish that you're missing, like this one that's got interest right now. It's not biting for whatever reason. So I could probably throw that lure 10 times over that spot and never get anything. The key is switching up your location. So cover a lot of ground. It's like real fishing. Cover as much ground as you can. In real life, you don't know what's interested in your bait. You're just looking for the strike. 38 pounds, 8 ounces, almost 8 pounds over second place. Gotta love that. That good showing at that tournament. So again, I told you I like to be around that 40-pound mark. I definitely have to be about above 35 to feel comfortable getting the win. But we got the win. I got the redemption. Again, the open water. It's not all lily pads and frogs. You could go to the open water. You can use the gold shad. You can use any number of swim baits, the spinners. It really doesn't matter. I'm just showing you what's working for me in terms of getting the size fish that I need. I found with some of the other baits, I don't get the size fish I need to be competitive in the tournament. I'll catch a lot of fish, but they won't be big enough. And the purpose, the whole point of this for me is trying to bring home first place. So there it is. I hope it helps you. And one more win in the books. So if you like these videos, please subscribe. I'm going to continue to do this. I'm going to start doing some live broadcasts. I'm going to do some other lakes too. I know I've been focused on the first lake, but I did find after I'd been doing the tournament for a while that what I was doing originally wasn't always working. So I wanted to come back just in case you happen to be in a point in your game where that technique or that strategy isn't working, give you the other strategy so that you know that there's other things you can do to still bring home the win. So that's the most important part of progressing. But again, like the video if you would. You know, if you felt like sharing it, wouldn't hurt my feelings, but really I'm putting these out there for you to help you through your game and help you overcome some of the hurdles that I'm running into, because I'm not finding a whole lot out there for resources. So please follow along. Also, if you like bass as much as I do, you'll notice in my video feed, I also have pictures of my aquarium. I love my fish. I have 2 smallmouths, a largemouth, spotted gar, and a channel catfish down in my aquarium. I've got a 180-gallon aquarium, 40-gallon sump. You can see some of the different stages that aquarium's gone through. One of the fish, the smallmouth, actually more than the fish, I caught the channel cat as well, but the largest of the smallmouths I actually caught out of the Fox River here, and is now my pet. So the other fish, the other bass in the aquarium, I bought from Jonah's Aquarium online. So if you're into that sort of thing, check it out. There's a North American native fish keepers. They have some cool stuff out there if you're into that, but I love bass fishing. Not going to say it's my life, but it's a big part of my life, and I love playing in the game. So please feel free to check those out too. Thanks.